Hello everyone, welcome to round 11 of Grand Prix Vancouver 2012. We are ready to get it on at 8 and 2 with Ross Drew and Shenhar. There you see the two-time Grand Prix champion in the last 12 months, Salt Lake City, San Diego, Shenhar. That's a lot of S's. And on the other side of the table, you want some books to sit on, just to get a little higher. This is Ross Drew, who was 8 and 0 overnight, and then 8 and 1, having lost his last round. So we're away. Steve, take it away.
Now, Shenhar gets off to a
Wandering Wolf.
2-1 on turn 2. Ross Drew, he's only 14 years old. But it's now off to a 9-1 start, is it?
Yep. Oh no, 8 and 2. They both lost. Both lost their opening match here on day 2.
We see Shenhar passing his third turn with a Wolfier Avenger in his hand, ready to put some serious pressure on the board very quickly.
Yep. And Ross has gone with white. Now that I find that really interesting. There's Bloodflow Connoisseur. I believe his potentially 3 white cards are going to be Gold Knight Commander, Banishing Stroke, and Archangel. Whereas his green cards, Ulvenwild Tracker, Wolfist Silverheart.
And Ross just chump blocked the Wolfier Avenger. Might be setting up Barter and Blood on turn 4.
He has 2
to
of them.
preserve his life total.
Yeah, and that's actually going to be okay.
Oh, so
that changes
Shenhar can now protect his Wolfier Avenger.
It would have been such a good barter if Shenhar hadn't laid something there. Let's see what Ross comes up with. Second Plains. Surely he didn't just go white. I mean, he had some other white cards around. I can't believe he passed up on the green.
Oh, he has no turn 4 play.
That's not good.
Even though he didn't have the Barter and Blood in his hand, he might have felt that he was sufficiently far behind at that point that he needed to hope to draw it and hope to preserve his life total with that block. Just feeling that he had very little chance to get back into the game without that Barter and Blood.
So Ross is at 9.
So while that might have seemed like an early point to chump block at, I think there's actually a lot of merit behind the play.
Airs of Strong Kirk, and good game.
Yeah, Ross knew.
Wow.
He had that one window of opportunity to draw Barter. If he doesn't, he's dead anyway. So he might as well try to make that as good as possible.
What do you need?
So Shenhar in a group of 4 players. I sort of exited the building with them yesterday. Manny Davudi was at 8 and 1. Brandon Nelson was at 8 and 1, and all 4 of the guys have made it through today too. And they were kind of joking because 3 of them are at the same table today, Manny was teasing Shenhar about, so you've got like 2 GP titles, and one was standard and one was limited. You're such a master, you just know everything. And Shenhar's like, I'm not a great drafter. I don't, not something he's super comfortable with by the sound of things. But he's ended up, he's managed to get himself just about to straight red-green. And we'll talk a lot more about his draft as it came together on video after this match.
Shenhar, he's a member of the Sacramento Magic Group with Michael Hetrick and a number of other really strong up-and-coming players. Are you familiar? Do you know who they teamed with for Puerto Avison Restores?
Go on.
It was a number of other young, good Midwest players. Matthias Hunt.
So I counteract my entire hand.
I'm drawing blanks here, unfortunately.
Okay.
It was really awkward.
But the kind of the up-and-coming crowd.
It's sort of very exciting, younger team, not necessarily at the level of Channel Fireball.
Were they the group that were involved with Matt Nass?
They were, yeah.
Okay, there we are, because Matt sort of came unattached somewhat from Channel Fireball. It was kind of
he's going to college now.
That's right.
He doesn't have the time to go to a beach house for 2 weeks before a Pro Tour, which is really where Channel Fireball gets most of their work done for Pro Tours.
Yeah.
And so he splintered off, joined this younger team, which we'll get Shenhar in the booth a little bit later. He'll talk about his group.
Yep.
And they've all just been doing really well. They love the game. They put a lot of time in. They care. They've been getting results. Shenhar and Michael Hetrick have just been on a tear the last few months.
Now, am I imagining things, or is Michael Hetrick the man who conceded the final of the World Magic Cup qualifier to LSV?
No. He lost in the semifinals.
Of the
to
WMC
the man who
then said, "Off you go." Right. Okay.
No, I cannot imagine a universe in which Hetrick would do that.
Okay. But Michael Hetrick is the man who was in the top 8 of the Star City Invitational last week.
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Made it all the way to the finals. He came up almost entirely through Magic Online.
Yes.
The ship at Holla.
The ship at Holla. Can you explain that to me?
The name?
Yeah, I actually don't know what that is. Do you?
So when you win, say win a draft,
yeah,
and it's an 8-4, you get your 8 packs.
Yes.
You ship the prize, and then you holler out of joy.
Oh, so it's HOLLER as I would write
but
it.
It's actually LLA as he.
Got you. Yeah. Okay. So it is that. Fair enough. Yeah. It turns out I did know. Now it looked to me like Ross Drew was looking at whether, I don't believe this. We have just got the deck lists in.
This is sealed.
No. No, this is it, because they all registered each other's decks because there was some stamping issues this morning.
Okay.
Ross Drew has left his Wolfish Silverheart, Ulvenwild Tracker, Wildwood Geist, Triumph of Ferocity, Nightshade Peddler in the sideboard, and he's playing straight black-white. He was looking at a splash of Single Archangel, Gold Knight Commander, and Seraph of Dawn, and instead he's gone double Archangel, Banishing Stroke, Cloud Shift, Gold Knight Commander, Seraph of Dawn, Spectral Gate Guards, and Zealous Strike. Oh man, how can you leave Ulvenwild Tracker and Wolfish Silverheart out? That seems crazy. And you're playing Spectral Gate Guards?
It looks like, from my brief glance at his deck list, he wasn't going to be able to get to enough playable cards being just black-green. He would have had to have been black-green/white.
No, he could have got there. I mean, he has 16 decent black cards. And he plays Silverheart, Wildwood Geist, Ulvenwild Tracker, Triumph of Ferocity, Nightshade Peddler gets him to 21. Maybe he has to play Sheltering Word as 22. Or he plays Narstad Scrapper as 22. That seems perfectly fine. Well, I don't really see what he's gaining by being this double Archangel in draft? Really?
He figures that he's going to be good enough at stalling the game out, that he can win with these big flyers. Sure. He has the 2 Barter and Bloods, he has 2 Death Winds, he has a lot of cards that can help him drag the game out. I understand wanting to make sure that he has the finishers, but I don't think that I personally could have stayed away from a Wolfie or Silverheart and an Ulvenwild Tracker. You're just able to steal so many wins with him.
Yeah.
So much better than almost any other card.
Sure. Well, we'll see whether he sideboarded into his green. Oh, Ross! Oh dear.
This is not... Oh, he did find the second land, but this still isn't looking pretty.
So Shenhar will run out Handwear Lancer. He's got a couple of those. We'll see if we can get the other feature match across for you at the end of this one, if it does go swiftly.
A Mad Prophet, and Shenhar decides to just immediately attack. Oh, and suddenly Ross is up to 4 lands. He does have the green now. Decided to board that in. So, Gold Knight Commander.
Yep.
Hey, suddenly Ross can make a game of this. Shenhar again attacks with both of his creatures.
The Prophet and the Lancer.
Ross
Attacking
takes it.
for fun and profit.
Rich.
Sorry. Trusted Force Mage, Stone Right, join the team.
They're immediately paired. Fun and profit?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. There's no stopping me. Barter.
Harder. But
So what goes away, Steve? What do you sacrifice if you're Shenhar here?
I could see him keeping the Stone Right and the Travel Force Mage, seeing that he can get another big attack in, but he keeps the Force Mage and the Prophet.
I guess the Stone Right is less exciting with only one mountain.
Certainly, and he has other creatures in his hand that he can cast to repair the Travel Force Mage. Rashad just handed us a nice little handwritten note. It says, Step 1, tap. Step 2, discard a card. Step 3, mad profit. And then he drew a smiley face under it. So thank you, Rashad, for this.
Game!
And that's the game.
Wow.
When we hand the camera back to us, I'll show you this handwritten note, just so you know that we're not making this up.
Yeah, and it was nothing to do with me at all.
It had something